Picture yourself munching the most delicious street food in a Singaporean hawker store and sipping fresh sugarcane juice as you try to cool down from the heat. In one moment, you are strolling through old alleys full of colorful shop houses and in the blink of an eye among modern skyscrapers. Imagine all the unique things to do in Singapore that will make your jaw drop and the hidden gems that will completely surprise you. So, Singapore is a premier, ultra modern city state in Southeast Asia, renowned for its safety, cleanliness, and fusion of cultures. It seamlessly blends futuristic architecture like the Marina Bay Sands and Gardens by the Bay with vibrant ethnic districts, world class dining, and lush green spaces. As a city in nature, it offers a tropical escape rich with diverse food, shopping, and efficiency. So, let me provide some key highlights for the tourists. Iconic landmarks like the towering Super Tree Grove at Gardens by the Bay, the Marina Bay Sands, and the Merlion statues, which are must sees. And regarding the weather, expect hot and humid tropical weather, 25 to 35 degrees centigrade, all year round, with high chances of sudden rain, making a small umbrella necessary. Also, Singapore is legendary for its food scene. You can enjoy everything from affordable Michelin recognized street food at hawker centers to world class fine dining. So, welcome to Singapore Changi Airport, and in this year 2026, let's toast to new beginnings. And I'm here at the Changi Airport, the sci-fi city, Singapore, the garden city, the futuristic city, the city of hope. And I'm going to explore and unravel the mysteries of the city of hope. We were traveling to New York by Singapore Airlines, which operates as a premier carrier at Singapore Changi Airport, known as SIN, primarily using terminals 2 and 3 for departures. And passengers can enjoy world-class facilities with early check-in options, advanced baggage drop, and seamless transit between terminals. So I'm going to share the unmissable experiences of the Changi airport. And I'm going to board the SkyTrain now, and I'm feeling so excited. And this garden city holds so much majestic sights for everyone to behold. So I'm ready to kick off the year with unforgettable experiences in Singapore. Stopover in the world's largest lounge. Start relaxing. Singapore is like the world's largest lounge where everything is within easy reach. Whether you have 24 hours or a few days, Singapore is the perfect place to pause, recharge, and explore. With Singapore's compact city layout and year-round tropical climate, you can experience more in less time, no matter when you stop by. So start planning your Singapore adventure now. Now, for booking your Singapore stopover with Singapore Airlines, you can make your booking via the multi-city stopovers booking page. If your stopover in Singapore is on your way to your destination, you can search for Flight 1, Origin Airport to Singapore, Flight 2, Singapore to Destination Airport. And if your stopover in Singapore is on your way back from your destination, search for Flight 1, Destination Airport to Singapore, and Flight 2, Singapore to Origin Airport. We are at the lounge to have a breakfast. So this is the Changi Airport Butterfly Garden, and looks just like a lush green world. The Butterfly Garden at Changi Airport is a breathtaking oasis in a bustling hub. And if you happen to pass through on a layover, it's one of the only airports in the world where I would tell you to try and have the longest layover possible, as there is so much to see and do. And one of the most unique things is that Changi Airport is an enchanting butterfly garden. Nestled in Terminal 3 of Changi Airport, the Butterfly Garden is a wonderful respite for weary travelers. This beautifully designed haven features a lush landscape with over 1,000 tropical butterflies from as many as 40 different species fluttering freely. What makes this garden even more special is its two-level design. The upper level gives visitors an eye-level view of the stunning creatures while they are in flight. Downstairs, on the other hand, you will find an educational corner where you can learn all about butterflies, their life cycle, their role in nature, and loads more. You wouldn't expect to see such a magical ecosystem within an airport terminal, but only somewhere totally unique like Changi Airport could pull this off. Changi Airport, it's not just a transportation hub, it's a tourist attraction in itself, boasting features like a rooftop swimming pool, 24-hour movie theater, and even an indoor waterfall. It easily stands apart from any other international airport. Then is the Changi Jewels Waterfall, a gem of a technology. So when you arrive at the Jewel Changi Airport, you are greeted by walls of plants. It's calming after a long flight to walk off the aircraft to see nature thriving in the airport. That seems simple, but to me it highlights Singapore's effort to sustain nature throughout the island. The river vortex at the Changi Airport is a spectacular 7-story high waterfall inside the Jewel Changi compound. It is the highest indoor waterfall in the world. The water showers from an oculus in the center of the building's glass roof and plunges past terraced gardens. It is relaxing to sit back and enjoy the lush vegetation, and you can wander through the forest canopy or stop at any of the hundreds of restaurants and shops in the five-story complex. While the city displays vast contrasts of ultra-modern architecture and colorful historic quarters, to me the most beautiful thing to see in Singapore is the different cultures living in harmony. Various influences such as Malay, Chinese and Indian culture make Singapore such a colorful, warm-hearted place. And you can feel this in the city's food, religious sites and its different quarters. Now, we were on a free Singapore tour and we captured the spirit of Singapore during our transit. If your transit time is between 5.5 and 24 hours, you can choose from 4 exciting bus tours, each lasting around 3 hours. These tours are a collaboration between Singapore Airlines and Changi Airport Group and are conducted in English. So you can make the most of your layover in Singapore with an unforgettable free Singapore tour. You can snap a picture with the iconic Merlion at Marlion Park and marvel at the dazzling super trees at Gardens by the Bay on the City Sights tour. You can step into Singapore's past as you explore the cultural gems of Chinatown and Kampong Glam on the Heritage and Cultural Tour. You can soak in panoramic skyline views along the Singapore River and admire the striking architecture of Marina Bay Sands on the Singapore River and Marina Bay Sands Tour. Or uncover Singapore's southern coast on the Sentosa Discovery Tour and see how the island evolved from a British military base into a vibrant destination for leisure. Now we opted for the City Sights tour, strolling through the historic civic district, soaking in the panoramic views at Marina Bay and capturing memorable photos with the Merlion, Marina Bay Sands and the iconic skyline. Also, we explored the vibrant greenery of Gardens by the Bay and marveled at the iconic super trees. This really offered the perfect blend of history, architecture and nature. Really unravel the growth and progress of Singapore as you contrast old national monuments such as the National Gallery and the Victoria Concert Hall against the modern skyscrapers in the Centre Business District. You can hear stories of some of Singapore's most significant moments in history from your guide. So we had a stopover at Merlion Park, an icon of Singapore. The Merlion was unveiled in 1972 to welcome all visitors to this sunny island. This is a great spot to take photos against the iconic Marina Bay and the city's skyline.
This is indeed mesmerizing. What architecture!
Now, why the majestic Merlion is a must-see spot. The half lion, half fish, with a head of a lion and a body of a fish, is the beloved symbol that has inspired myriad works of art and poetry. The Merlion's fish-like body symbolizes Singapore's origins as a fishing village known as Temasek, a name which comes from same root as the word Tasek, meaning lake in Malay. The statue's head represents the city's original name of Singapura, Lion City in Sanskrit. Now there's a story behind the statue. Spouting water from its mouth, the Merlion statue stands at 8.6 meters and weighs 70 tons. Originally located at the mouth of the Singapore River, it was built by local craftsman Lim Nang Seng, designed by Kwan Sai Keong, and unveiled on 15 September 1972 by the then Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew. With the completion of Esplanade Bridge in 1997, the statue could no longer be viewed clearly from the waterfront and was relocated to the Merlion Park, which stands in front of Fullerton Hotel and overlooking Marina Bay. It was the perfect sunset that we witnessed, and we were unwinding along the Singapore River. So whether you were looking to stroll along the river or catch a ride on a bumboat, the Singapore River is certainly worth exploring. From its origins as a fishing village known as Temasek to its role as a trading port under the British Empire, Singapore River is a historic 2-mile, approximately waterway flowing from the Alexandra Canal to Marina Bay. As the city-state's historic, economic and cultural lifeline, it connects key areas like Boat Quay, Clark Quay and Robertson Quay, acting as a scenic hub for dining, nightlife and sightseeing cruises. Now, the stories from above, from the skyline of Singapore, the incredible story of Marina Bay, from reclaimed land to a globally renowned district with Marina Bay Sands as its iconic centerpiece. Through engaging displays, uncover its history, celebrate Singapore's vibrant culture, and envision a future where innovation and creativity thrive within this dynamic precinct. This edifice, the Marina Bay Sands, is a luxury integrated resort in Singapore that opened in 2010. The 20-hectare resort was designed by Moshe Safdie Architects, who used stacks of playing cards as a template. Located on the shores of Marina Bay, it comprises an impressive ensemble of 3 55-story hotel towers, a huge conference and exhibition center, a shopping mall, an art and science museum, 2 theaters, numerous restaurants and bars, an infinity pool, and a rooftop garden. The resort is a Singapore landmark and attracts millions of visitors from all over the world every year. So we were heading to the Gardens by the Bay, Singapore, and it is undoubtedly one of the most famous attractions. It's super futuristic and beautiful and is definitely one of the highlights for a first time visitor to the country. Now, what is actually Gardens by the Bay? Gardens by the Bay is a futuristic nature park, as I have said, spanning 101 hectares of reclaimed land in the central region of Singapore. It's right in the center of the city, sitting opposite the Marina Reservoir, and consists of four main areas: the Cloud Forest, the Flower Dome, the Floral Fantasy, and outdoor gardens, including the Super Tree Grove.
So finally, Gardens by the Bay.
The Super Tree Grove is the name for the famous futuristic trees set outside in the park, and you can walk around them anytime for free. Every night at 7:45 p.m. to 8:45 p.m. there is a light and music show where the trees are lit up and there's a fun atmosphere. Also, during opening hours, you can pay to walk in the treetops via a suspended platform called the OCBC Skyline. It gives you some really nice views out over the skyline of Singapore, but if you are scared of heights, it's not one for you. There are lots of things to do here at the Gardens by the Bay. The grounds of Gardens by the Bay house a number of lakes, and this means some really lovely walking trails in and around the lakes, which offer some totally beautiful views out to Marina Bay Sands, Super Tree Grove, and the Singapore Flyer. But right now, it's 7:45 p.m. and we are waiting with bated breath to watch the light and sound show.
Indeed, this is an oasis of exhilaration. This is where mystery, magic meets splendor. Look at the lights
and high-octane dazzling show.
Listen tonight as we unveil a dazzling showcase of lights and musical treats. Tonight we present Garden Waltz. So pick a spot, grab your cameras, and enjoy the show.
Imagine watching a spectacular display of lights and music against the backdrop of Singapore's iconic skyline, the Marina Bay Sands. So this Garden Rhapsody, a signature attraction of the Gardens by the Bay, a futuristic park that showcases the best of horticulture and architecture. You can see a cluster of 18 giant metal structures that resemble trees, and these super trees are covered with over 200 species of plants and flowers and are fitted with over 50,000 LED lights that create a mesmerizing effect when they light up in sync with the music. The light show features different themes and songs every month or season, ranging from classical to pop to ethnic. Some of the past and upcoming themes include an evening of musical theatre, journey through Asia, and opera in the gardens. Each theme showcases a different aspect of Singapore's culture, history, and diversity that celebrates its achievements and aspirations. However, the best spot to watch is from the OCBC Skyway, a 128-meter long aerial skyway that connects two of the tallest super trees. From there, you can get a panoramic view of the light show and the cityscape. However, you need to buy a ticket to access the skyway, and the tickets are limited and sell out fast, so you need to plan ahead and book online. So the best way to capture the moment is to use a tripod and a camera with a long exposure setting, as the light show is very dynamic and fast moving. You can also use your smartphone, but make sure to turn off the flash and use a night mode or a low light setting. If you are transiting through this tiny island state, turn your layover into an adventure with the free Singapore tour for travelers with at least 5.5 hours to 24 hours to spare till you connect flight. These guided tours offer a perfect introduction to Singapore's vibrant cityscape, rich heritage, and iconic landmarks. You can choose from three unique tour itineraries, each featuring curated sightseeing routes with two brief photo stops at iconic landmarks. Satisfied with the city tour and a relaxed dinner at the lounge, we are now on our way to New York. Bon voyage.